This is Ohime Free here with ATL African Radio. Let's chat.
And this is Amanto. Please like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to our show. So, hello, Ohima. Where's your dress from?
Originally from Ghana.
Ghana. Mine is from Ghana, too.
There you go.
Okay. So, our show today is going to be about cultural differences in relationships. And that could span, in Ghana, we have about 46 tribes. 9 languages? I may be wrong, but, and of course.
More than 9 languages.
More than 9. 9 written languages.
Maybe,
okay. And, of course, 10 regions. Of course, several countries in the world, 54 countries in Africa. So we want to talk about relationships and how our differences make them better or worse. So do you have anything to touch on? I know you had a very important aspect of your marriage. Would you like to share?
If I have a choice, I would probably prefer to marry a man from my country. But I'm going to say that I have a leisure of having the opportunity to marry an American.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I will never take anything back.
Where did you meet him?
In Germany.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And this man was my world.
Wow.
But
Was.
I am going to say, if you love a man, that man don't have to come from your country.
Right.
You will make changes.
Love what? Love knows no borders. Right?
No limit.
No limits.
Yes. Yeah. You will make changes to accommodate that man.
That man. Okay.
Yes. He did. I did. Our cultures did not stop us from loving each other.
At all.
So it was beautiful.
Okay. You didn't talk about him when he, in Ghana or Chi when he wasn't around? Or?
Do you know my late husband's mother, who is still alive, once upon a time questioned him, and the question was, what language does she speak when she's upset or angry with you?
What did you say?
And he said to the mother, you don't know her, mama. Her mouth is like a kobuku. She will want me to hear exactly what she's saying, so she speaks English. That's right.
That's interesting. So let's see. My very colorful history. So I've dated, I think in Ghana, I've dated other tribes, and the typical language barriers that cut across most different relationships, food choices. I think that's been the major thing. Beliefs, some limiting beliefs, but overall they've been okay. Coming here, I find that dating different people from different even countries in Africa it's very insightful. I've dated someone from Nigeria. That was interesting. We had the typical jollof issue, and just ways on how we think, just so different. And that relationship, of course, did not work. Of course,
you were crashing with each other.
Yeah, it did not work because there was a lot of strong, cultural boundaries, and I was, not submissive enough and all that. So, needless to say, it did not work.
Not being submissive enough?
Right.
Is that what you said?
Well, that was the issue.
Nail it again. Not being submissive, have no boundaries with who you're with.
Okay, so that was just that particular thing. And I mean, stereotypes played a major role in a lot of things. So going forward, I try to be more open-minded. But typically, I found that most African men, they typically want the same thing. It's just
most men, not African men.
Or most men in general want the same thing. They want love, respect.
I said this last week, and I'm going to
say it again. Okay.
All men need sex.
Oh my goodness.
Women want sex.
Okay.
That's why I wanted us to touch back on that.
Well, I guess we're touching back on it now.
So all men need, biologically, they need sex. But
okay.
a man should know all men should know they are women.
Okay.
And women should know their men. Because you may be sick, but there are women that use sickness to just not have sex.
Right.
So in that area, how do the men take it?
Okay.
If you are using it just not to have sex because you feel like your husband has upset you, or your man has upset you.
Has upset you. Okay. I think that's like hit or miss, because if someone has upset me, I am, again, like I said last week, and we're on a new topic this week. I would not be receptive. I would actually not even respond. And I think culturally, sex, I mean, is something that is, something that is basically, something that it goes across everything, cuts across all cultures, all boundaries, all issues. But back to, as we were talking about, the most insightful relationship I had was actually with someone from, I believe, an American as well, yes. And I learned a lot of things as far as being independent, as far as speaking up, not accepting not accepting things laying down, just, literally laying down, but, standing up for myself, being more outspoken. And I found out that it helped me more in relationship with Africans, their relationships with everyone, And so going forward, I realized in any interaction you have with anybody of any culture, you pick the good and the bad, because it's always going to be good and bad. It's always stereotypes about everything. But you pick the good and the bad, and you learn from it, and you move forward. And you take it with a pinch of salt. I mean, everybody knows the typical issues we have in America, but after 20 plus years, I've realized you can either let situations make you or break you. But what we should pick from our cultural differences and similarities is the good things, the effective things, the things that could make the system move smoother, and then we just leave the bad things alone. That's what I've taken from that.
I'm going to urge my viewers to like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Yes.
And
it's
love,
ATL Africa Radio.
Where love is, culture has nothing to do with it.
Yes, true.
Love conquers everything.
It does.
Understanding. Mutual understanding is very important in every relationship.
Every relationship.
And it shouldn't be just based on where the person is from.
Definitely.
If you love your spouse, your significant other, you don't hold anything back because of where that person is from.
Exactly.
A lot of people are married and they are happily married even though their spouse is from Australia and they are from Ghana, or from Nigeria and they are from Zimbabwe. It doesn't matter. If you love a person, you will learn what kind of food they love.
Yes.
You will learn, you share just the same way you be married to a man from your country or a woman from your country.
Exactly.
Because even children from the same womb, they don't get along.
Exactly.
So if a man or woman is from Ghana and they are married to
someone from somewhere else,
somewhere, it shouldn't make a difference. You learn their ways, their culture.
Exactly.
And you learn to understand them. And you love and you share. And that's the beauty of marriage. It doesn't matter where a person is from, actually.
Exactly. And so that was great, by the way.
Thank you.
And just a disclaimer, I did not mean that Ghanaians and Nigerians have any issue or anything like that, aside from jollof, obviously. It was just an example I was giving as to somebody I dated from somewhere I wasn't from. But I learned a lot from that relationship that was beneficial to me. And looking back, I saw a lot of things I could have done better to preserve that relationship. And of course, as with anything, we could talk about some of the bad things, the challenges in cultural or different cultural experience.
Differences in culture.
Of course, I would say was the food for me, because I don't like spicy food, and a lot of times it was the food was too spicy or not spicy enough. Of course, the language barrier. There's an issue. There's a fight. I'm calling somebody and I'm going off in another language, or it's just things I wouldn't understand, things I wouldn't do, that they would do, or things that were taboo that are not taboo to them. Those were some of the few things. But looking back, honestly, I think most challenges can be overcome by being open-minded. I think if you have a common goal, you'll make it work. If your goal is, this is the progress and productivity of a relationship and my legacy and my dynasty I want to establish, I will make it work no matter what.
Food can be a huge challenge in a relationship. Yeah. If you are a couple.
If you think with your stomach, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All men want good food, and it's not all men that knows how to cook.
Oh,
some men do cook.
Yeah, a lot of African men cook.
Really?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
I didn't know that.
Of course they do. They do. A lot of them do cook. Yes.
I didn't think. I think our audience will like about the bedroom affairs.
The bedroom affairs. Okay.
Yes, the bedroom affairs is what I think our audience. But the food, you have to compromise no matter what.
No matter what.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you'll make it work. And I had an example where I was with somebody who complained I didn't cook enough. So the next time I was like, okay, let me cook a storm. And he's like, it's not about the food, babe. I'm like, come on, I can't win for losing.
Well, my late husband cooks, clean. We share in everything. But yes, we do.
He cooked and cleans?
He cooks, he cleans. But when I go to work, by the time I come back, he'll come and pick me up. In the morning, we go to the restaurant, we eat. He said, go and take a bath, go to bed. By the time I wake up, food is cooked.
Breakfast in bed?
I'm being not breakfast, lunch. And I'm being served in my bed.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? This is how he was.
Wow.
So you see, this makes it difficult for me to go out there and just pick up anything. To come and boss me around.
You're used to the bar being set so high.
Our viewers want to know what the cultural difference is in the bedroom.
Oh, in the bedroom?
In the bedroom.
I would say,
especially if you don't speak the same language.
I would. So what do you can't give directions or what? I don't get it.
Well, first of all,
I think it's universal. Sex is universal. Everybody knows what to do.
Everybody don't know what to do.
Okay.
Today, people are saying doggy style. Are you a dog?
Well. I mean, but I guess it's a term for, I guess that's
okay.
That's the way dogs mate originally. So that's the positioning. But so that's why it's called that way.
Well, anyway, when you have to understand each other, no matter what.
Yes.
I don't think anybody marries a person from a different culture that they cannot communicate.
Right.
I don't think that is an issue.
Or purposefully.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Some things come up later on. You never know.
Before you came together, you have to be able to communicate. So that is not an issue.
But sometimes, and a major thing with that is it could even be the families. So it's not even you, the spouses. It's the families. It's the outside noise that's creating the friction.
Family don't come in your courtship. Family don't come in your courtship. It's only when you are married that they get involved.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't know the family. You know the person.
But the question is, how do you communicate in the bedroom has nothing to do with how you communicated together, come together.
Okay.
So some what we are saying is in cultural difference, a man may not like, a woman may not like licking. A man may not like licking. How do you communicate about that?
Okay. Can we be specific? Licking? What do you mean
licking? Is when the
oral
man,
sex?
Oral sex, man penis is up and the woman to lick it, or the man going to the woman, they call something 69 degrees.
Okay.
69 degrees in the bedroom.
What's the rating of this show again?
Woman on the other angle, and the woman is licking the man on the other angle.
Okay.
Licking, for me, my little education, I do not care for it.
You do not partake.
I will not.
or participates.
I'm telling you, I won't.
You'll not indulge in that.
People feel like because they went to the bathroom and took a shower, they are clean. No, you are not clean enough. No, you are not. Mononucleosis is a huge infection. I am opening people's eyes and I'm educating people. Stop it.
I mean, yeah, when you check the health statistics in certain zip codes, I mean, you won't do.
Twice, it's not acceptable, and I will not go for it.
Go for it. Okay.
Because there are so many things you can do in the bedroom to entertain yourself without licking each other. Mononucleosis is a huge infection. It goes down the throat.
Okay.
It could turn into cancer. Stop it.
Okay, so let's round everything off. We've had a very interesting show. You have some very interesting points.
To end the show,
yes, just round it off. So what did we learn today?
That you can have cultural diversity in marriage.
Yes, and it can work.
And it can work because I said for better, for worse, and that's how we
you're
ended.
sticking to, yes.
Yes, so it depends on the individual, the couples.
Yes.
Yeah.
And challenges may arise, but
you
I
have
think
to know how to resolve
them, navigate them. If you're determined to make it work, it will work.
It will work.
And if you're not, I mean, because I've heard people move out the country because their families were not, receptive just to make it work. So,
too bad.
So people will make it work if it has to work.
They don't want to be there first place because your family is not the one married to me.
Married to you, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, cultural differences are great. I feel like it helps you to, expand your horizons, expand your knowledge, know more about other cultures. I mean, if you love to travel, if you have another spouse from different, it's like, every time you go in your bedroom, it's a vacation, right? A new destination in the bedroom. So
it was nice.
Okay, all right.
If I have to do it again, I will.
You'll do it again. Okay. Yes. And so, folks, we thank you so much for watching. We had a great time.
Don't forget to please share, like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes. ATL Africa Radio. See you next week.